Okay, so today we're going to cover AC joint separations and rehab and return to play. The objective is to get the athletes back on the field or court as fast as we can. That is our job, and that's what we want to do. First of all, um, we want to make sure, like I said, get the athlete to the field, and we want to understand how to do the adaptive exercises and the return or range of motion exercises that are needed. So, today we're going to be teaching the steps of range of motion rehab, strength rehab, and finally some adaptive exercises to get that athlete back on the field. First, I want to go over some causes and symptoms, just for those of you who may not be clear. Causes are almost always from a traumatic impact. Take football for example, falling on your shoulder if you're running back and having a tackler land on you. It's going to cause enough load to separate that AC joint. Like I said, it's common in sports such as football and hockey, any sport that's going to be an impact sport. You will see it in other sports, but not quite as often. Some of the major symptoms are going to be pain at the moment of injury. That's going to be a big indicator. Limited movement in the shoulder caused by pain, not weakness. So what that's going to be is most often you're going to see the athlete holding their arm like this, okay? And they're going to want to move it, but it hurts too much to move it. It has nothing to do with their strength, but it has nothing to do with their strength or anything. It just has to do with it hurts too much. Swelling and bruising is a given. It will swell right at the moment, but the bruising is going to occur later. So be looking out for that for the following days. Tenderness over the AC joint, okay? So you're going to be going right here, and they're tender. It's a good telltale sign. And a possible deformity, and what they mean by that is you're going to have piano key, or in other words, the collarbone is going to be moving, okay? And you can easily check it by pressing up and down on it. Very simple to check those things, very easy to know and recognize what the symptoms are. There are 3 degrees of separation. First degree separation is going to be a sprain of the AC ligament that does not displace the collarbone, and it looks normal in x-rays. So basically it's not going to show up in your x-rays, and it's going to be painful. With first degree separation, athletes are going to be able to still play as long as they are doing our adaptive exercises and the rehab to minimize any pain or discomfort. With this, you need to be careful because it can turn into a second or third degree if not treated correctly. You have your second degree separation, which is a more serious tear in the AC ligament, and it also has a slight tear in the coreclavicular ligament causing slight collarbone displacement. The slight collarbone displacement is going to be the piano key I was speaking of, but it's not going to be a complete displacement, it's just going to be very minimal. Then we go on to the worst degree of the separation, which is the third degree. It's caused by both the tear in the AC joint and in the CC ligament. This puts the collarbone and the AC joint noticeably displaced. So you're going to have that full piano key where you can go up to it, you can press it, and you're going to have quite a bit of movement. It's going to be very painful, and really one of the best things and the only thing you're going to be able to do to get that athlete back to the field is going to be a surgical option. And then that's when we'll cover all the return to play protocols that I'm going to go over. Unfortunately, surgery is probably the best option. So we're going to go over our range of motion exercises, and I'm going to have my beautiful assistant Allison come show and help us do these. The first one is going to be a band shoulder external rotation. So what you're going to do, you'll stand right here, you're going to have them grab a band that is anchored on the wall right here. Grab your band, and they're going to internally rotate. Oh, sorry, we're externally rotating, sorry. You're going to grab with this hand, and you're going to rotate out. A lot of times athletes will have a problem, they want to bring your elbow out, and if they bring their elbow out, they're not working specifically what we want to. You can take your trusty little towel, place it right here between the elbow and the body, and tell them don't let it drop. It's the simplest way to make sure that they're doing it correctly. Then we have band internal rotations, which is just the exact opposite. Have a band anchored here on a wall, and they're internally rotating. You want to make sure the motion is here in the shoulder, and they're not turning too much inside and let their elbows out. Again, you use your towel. Alright, from there, we have wall walks. So first you're going to have side wall walks, and what she's going to do, she's going to stand close to the wall here, and she's going to walk her hands straight up the wall, as high as she can go without pain. When she feels pain, she needs to stop. Okay? We're going to do that for a number of exercises and rest and do another set. Do the same thing facing the wall now. Walk closer. There you go. You want them to be able to have their chest on the wall and go straight up with it. Okay? Walk up, same thing. If they feel pain, tell them to stop, and that's their range. Thank you. Pulley assisted raises, unfortunately I cannot show you, but a pulley assisted raise is essentially, you're going to have an apparatus that has two ends of a rope attached to a pulley right here. And what it is they use their good arms, they're holding on to either end, and they're going to use that good arm to work the range of motion. Again, they feel pain, they need to stop. You can do lateral, and you can do frontal, okay? From there, we have sideline external rotations. The sideline external rotation is basically the same thing as the banded external rotations, but they're going to be laying on the ground. With earlier on in the rehab, you're going to not want to use weight, but as you go on, you can use a dumbbell, you can use plates, whatever you need to use. And then finally, we have PVC shoulder dislocations. I know it sounds weird, but it's a great name. What you're going to want from the athlete is they're going to have the PVC, or broomstick in this case, in a wide grip. First movement is they need to shrug up, and they want to take the barbell, or the PVC, as far up and all the way around as they can. And then back up. See, she has great range of motion here. You do not want them letting this PVC just come straight out. You want it shrugged up and high. Okay? Again, if you feel pain, if the athlete feels pain, you have them stop. Thank you. Okay, now going on to strength throw exercises. We're going to demonstrate an empty can raise. Okay? And what this is, it's going to work, this is all going to work your rotator cuff to get that strength back into whatever movement you need. So she's going to demonstrate the empty can raise. What you want is palm, or hand down, okay? And they're raising straight up in front of them. Okay? Again, this is a strength exercise, so it should be done after their range of motion. As we turn, keep going. But if they feel any pain, decrease the load or tell them to stop. Okay, thank you. Band scap pulls, okay? You're going to be going to that same band you had anchored on the wall there. They're going to grab hold of it, and they're going to retract their scaps and squeeze right in between the shoulder blades here, okay? You want to have them feel it here and get a good squeeze and then relax, okay? Relax, squeeze again. You don't want them having an arched back, okay? You want it just like any good posture movement. You want them shoulders back, chest out, and relax. Thank you. And then another rotator cuff exercise that I like to do a lot with athletes in any kind of rehab, the shoulder complex with 5-pound plates or dumbbells. With some of the stronger people farther on in their rehab, you can go heavier, but always start with 5 pounds or less, okay? Usually it's going to be 10 to 12 reps, and you want to go as fast as they can comfortably do it under control, okay? Shoulder complex consists of, we'll say for 10 reps, it consists of 10 straight front raises. Again, you want to watch for pain, okay? Have them go as high as they can without pain and control, okay? So don't want them to throw it up and then just let it fall. It's controlled all the way through. Then you're going to have 10 lateral raises, right? Same thing, go as high as they can, under control. You don't want them just throwing it up and letting it fall. From there, they're going to bend over into almost a good morning position. Okay, bend over more, bend over more. And they're going to do pulls, okay? You're going to pull straight back. There you go. They're going to feel it right here in their shoulder, okay? Same thing, under control, okay? From there, the same thing, they're going to do bent butterflies, which, right here, they're going to bend, and they're going to get a squeeze at the top in between their scaps, okay? Stand up tall, they're going to do high pulls, which are going to work on the traps, okay? Thank you. Again, what this is doing is it's going to work on stability all around that entire shoulder girdle to help the athlete get on the field better and return, but also help prevent any further injury. I like to do this with every athlete I work with simply because shoulders are an easy thing to injure. Some adaptive exercises that we can do. Single arm bench press. So what this is, it's going to be done with a dumbbell, okay, and it is subbed for a barbell bench press. This is further on into their rehab, and it's when they are actually playing again and you need something to help them keep their strength. So single arm bench press. If they're unable to do a regular barbell bench press, you're going to go to this, and you're going to take a dumbbell of a pretty heavy weight depending on your reps. Sorry about that, it's going to turn back on. So you're going to do that depending on your reps, okay? Heavy weight, and they're going to take the dumbbell and they're just going to press one arm. It's fine, leave it. If you can go heavier, or if you can go light with the bad arm, go light with the bad arm, okay? Dumbbell, band or dumbbell overhead press, sub for barbell overhead press, okay? Again, you're just gonna take your dumbbells and it's a straight overhead press. Go lighter with it, you're gonna have a little bit higher reps. Your dumbbell bench press is gonna be subbed for barbell bench press. Again, it's just like the single arm dumbbell bench press. You're going dumbbells with both arms this time. It's a bench press motion. You want to start with a neutral grip and rotate as you go up, okay? This helps keep the elbows in the correct position. Manual resistance shoulder raises, and they're going to be subbed for heavy dumbbell lateral raises, okay? If I can have my assistant come back. Lateral raises and press, okay? So first I'm going to show the lateral raises, how you would do it. So you're going to have your hands on your bicep stand behind your athlete as they go for the lateral raise, and you want their hands supinated, okay? I apologize, pronated. As they do, you're going to put your hands on their biceps, and as they raise, you apply the resistance. Your athlete will let you know if you're going too much, and you'll be able to feel, okay? They're going to do, if they're working for press, same thing. You grab on your biceps, and you apply resistance for your athlete. Again, they will let you know, and you'll be able to feel. If you want to do one arm at a time with that, you can, but I suggest you do both arms together to work that unilateral movements. And finally, barbell floor press, sub for barbell bench press. What you're going to do is you're going to have an athlete stand on the ground with a coach or somebody to be able to lift the weight over on top of them, or if you have floor height racks, you can use those. You're going to grab a wider grip, so I suggest out to the rings on the barbell. And what this is going to do, it's going to shorten the range of motion, and you're laying on the ground. And you're going triceps to the ground. So if I'm here, I'm bench pressing, triceps are on the ground, I'm back up. If you notice the difference between a normal bench press where I'm here, the range of motion is very much decreased, okay? And that is very helpful for people that are still not quite ready for the range of motion, but they can play. So someone with a first degree separation. And following that with some other modifications that we can always do and play with them yourself, this is going to be the best way to help get an athlete back to the field following AC separation. The adaptive exercises and the range of motion exercises are done for the first and second degree separation, and the third degree after surgery. The adaptive exercises you can immediately begin with an athlete if they have a first degree separation. If they have second degree separation, you need to start with the range of motion and the simple strength exercises. But from there, I mean, it's really just follow what your trainers tell you to do, and you'll be good. I hope this helped you today learn how to help get an athlete back on the field as fast as possible after an AC separation. Thank you.